I have talked with a lot of people and I have encountered 10 very common questions which almost all the learners who are falling into category of beginner level and intermediate level, they are having these questions in their mind, and your fluency is dependent on how much satisfied you are with the answers of these 10 questions. When I started my communication journey, I was having a lot of questions, hundreds of questions in my mind, and I was hoping that someone can clarify these questions. But now, after hustling and juggling a lot, I have come up with the answers of these 10 questions. The first and very common question is, when will I get English fluency? And now another question which people have started asking is, when will I get the advanced level of fluency? How long will it take me to become a fluent speaker? I will not deny this fact that all people are different. The amount of time they have for practicing English is different, and the passion, the ambition which they have for learning this language is different. Some people are damn busy, right? And some people are kind of free, and some people are literally, they are totally free to learn this language, okay? But somewhere I will say your fluency is not dependent on how much time you have. It is actually dependent on that how much time seriously, sincerely you are allocating to contribute, to participate in activities. I have talked with a lot of people who are damn busy in their lives. They have job, they have joint family, but still they are finding time, they are allocating some time to learn this language, and they are doing some major activities which can show major impact on their communication skills. So now you will not focus on this myth. I can understand, yes, you are damn busy. You might be having a job, or you may have, a joint family, kids to take care of, but you have decided you will learn this language, right? How much time and how much energy seriously you are contributing and putting into practice? Are you even practicing for 30 minutes every day? Are you even listening in English? Whatever time you spend here and there, instead of doing this unnecessary stuff, are you listening? Your enthusiasm matters most here. How ambitious you are to learn this language, right? And your fluency is dependent on this. So you can get fluency in 6 months, you can get fluency in 8 months, you can get fluency in 3 months, or you can get fluency in 1 year, in a year. But again, that's totally dependent on how seriously you are going to take it, how many activities you are going to pick and you are going to contribute, right? And how serious and consistent you are going to be in your journey. Second very basic and common question, why words don't come in my mind when I speak in English? So there can be multiple reasons for this. If a very beginner person will ask the very same question to me, why words don't come in my mind? So surely I will tell, because you have not expanded your learnings yet, and you have not explored this language yet. You have not practiced this much, and you have not given that much time and energy. That's why words don't come to your mind. Same as if intermediate person will ask the very same question to me, that why words don't come to my mind, so my answer will be different. So there are a couple of reasons for intermediate. When we reach at some level in this journey, then at some period of time we just feel like, okay, we have gotten enough, let's just leave practice, and you are not practicing enough, right? So are you practicing enough? I have noticed this thing, and I'm telling you this by my experience. No matter how good I am at this language, but when I literally make that gap and I don't practice, I feel that I'm not able to connect my thoughts, and words are not popping out. So first thing, because of lack of practice. Second reason can be knowledge about the topic. So it's not every time that words are not popping out in your mind. You don't have clarity, clear thoughts and knowledge about the topic, and you think words are not popping out, right? Another reason is sometimes you just hesitate. You just hesitate and you feel that words are not popping out in my head, but the real reason is that you are hesitating, right? This can be the reason. So I will tell you in another question that how you can deal with this hesitation and nervousness. The third and very common question: do I need to learn grammar? Do I need to study grammar in order to improve my communication skills? This is the question I have been hearing for so long, and I have satisfactory answer for you. As I always say, if you are at very beginner level and you have just started your journey, you do not need to study grammar this time, because this time neither grammar will make sense to you nor you will make sense to grammar. Then what's the point anyway? And this is something I'm telling you by my experience, because earlier, no matter how hard I was trying to study grammar, but it was not making sense to me. Even though when I was studying at the depth, but still I was thinking where I'm using these things, right? So it will not make sense to you. But if you think, even if you are at beginner level, but still if it does make sense to you little bit, then you can study. If you are at intermediate level, then I would say yes. If you are interested somewhere, you can study grammar, right? Because this time it happens when you reach at intermediate level, you start speaking with a lot of people, right? You start doing presentation and all. You do a lot of things, because when you are at intermediate level, you get enough confidence. This time you are damn conscious about your grammar, right? But here again you must know that for my speaking, what are the grammar patterns which I must study this time. Another question is how much time I need to dedicate to learn this language. Okay, this one is quite interesting one, and I have seen a lot of people have been asking that how much time I need to dedicate. So now, as I've told you, we all are different and we all have different time span, and we all can give different amount of time to practice this language. So I would say, if you are very busy person, very busy person, but you have decided you will learn this language, then try to allocate some time for some major activities which can have major drastic impact on your communication. Because a lot of people are practicing, let's suppose they have less time and they are just practicing something which is not even giving major impact on their communication, right? So how much time? Let me tell you, if you are damn busy person, at least 30 minutes or 20 minutes you have to find for speaking. I would not say it's okay 5-10 minutes, I will not say, but at least 20 to 30 minutes you have to allocate for speaking every day. Okay, you can find 10 minutes for active listening. Every day you have to do active listening for at least 10 minutes, right? But when it comes to passive listening, and if you're confused between active and passive listening, I have already made a video on it. After this video, just go in the description box and check. The link is in the description box, all right? So just for 10 minutes you can do active listening, okay, where you are just sitting, you are just focusing, you are just observing each and everything what's going on in that video, right? You can do passive listening. As I always say, no matter how busy you are, you're going for job, you're doing your house chores, you're busy in your family, whatever you are doing, okay, but you can do passive listening, where you just have to put your earphones, okay, and you just have to listen in English. The way you listen in the songs, the way you listen in the podcast, same as you have to listen these things in English, right? So this can be another way. No matter how busy you are, dedicate 5 or 15 or 10 minutes for active listening, but rest of the time you can do passive listening, all right? If you are a freebie, then how much time you have to allocate? I would say 1 hour for active listening every day, all right? But passive listening, again, you can do all day long. At least 5 minutes or 10 minutes or 20 minutes, and last maximum half an hour you can allocate. You can just find time for your reading, all right? Last but not the least, if it comes to writing, it does not take a lot of time. Yes, I do write, but I don't write in this way that I am sitting and I'm writing for hours and hours. By the way, I write all day long, but in chunks. That's what you are going to do whenever you find time. In your day-to-day life, just try to write. But that would be more better if you can schedule the time. You can write your to-do list, you can write what's going on your day, you can just plan your day. All over, I would say, if you are a very busy bee, then at least 1 hour every day dedicate. And in this 1 hour, you have to add each and everything like speaking and reading, but sometimes it happens you don't get time to read, but at least try to do some major activities like listening and speaking. Another question and very basic and common question is why I am not able to recall and remember a lot of good vocabularies. So what do you think when I speak? Do you think I'm using a lot of posh, lavish vocabularies? No, I am not. Okay, and I'm not even saying that you must stop, you should not learn great vocabularies, you should. But you have to understand, you should not pressurize your mind and you should not criticize yourself for this thing that I'm not able to recall good vocabularies. Okay. It takes little time and little effort, but still I would say first try to learn basic vocabularies. The first very interesting thing is you do not need to study vocabularies separately, and you do not need to recall, and you do not need to keep these vocabularies in mind. Okay. The best way is you surround yourself with LSRW, listening, speaking, reading, writing in English. When you do these 4 activities, automatically, naturally you are getting vocabularies. And this is my way of learning vocabulary. I will tell you, when I listen something, okay, when I listen something, I don't pay extra attention, but I do active listening, but I don't pay extra attention to vocabularies. But it happens with me automatically while listening, these words becomes active on my tongue, and I feel so stunned sometimes that how it is possible. Okay, so first, listening can help you in improving your vocabulary. You can recall it, you can use it. Second is speaking. When you talk to someone and when you listen how they are using, because here they are real people, and when you talk with the real people, you are actually connecting with their emotions. When your information connect with emotion, it becomes long-term memory. So when you talk to people, automatically you are listening a lot of great vocabularies from them, even if not a lot of vocabularies, but still you listen their bucket of vocabulary. As you have your bucket of vocabulary, they have their bucket of vocabulary. In this way you just gather their vocabulary, right? And automatically you use. And same goes with reading. When you read, you do not need to check vocabularies over and over again, but the only thing which you can do is you can underline words. Okay, another way is you can study vocabulary. Yes, I do study, and I'm not saying I'm damn consistent with it, but mostly I am consistent. So I do study a lot of vocabularies. When I listen, I collect vocabularies. When I read, I'll collect vocabularies. When I talk to someone, I collect vocabularies. But that's your way. Whether you want to make it natural or you want to put extra effort to learn vocabulary, that's your choice. Okay, but make it natural. I would say do things actively. When you're listening, you're reading, you're speaking, and automatically your vocabularies are going to be active in your speech. Another question is, there are a lot of activities, there are a lot of things. So what are the activities which can actually help me in improving my communication? As you know, everything, whether it is listening, speaking, reading, writing, thinking, every activity plays a vital role, but some activities plays major role and some activities plays just minor role. And when I say major and minor, so try to understand, if you are at very beginner level, reading might be reading might be playing very minor role this time, but when you will be at advanced or intermediate level, reading is going to play a major role in your communication, and that's how you are going to see. If you are at very beginner level, I would say try to fake it until you make it. So speaking is going to help you a lot here. All right, another thing you can do is listen as much as you can. Listen as much as you can, because as I always say, communication is the game of all about. Speaking is the game of all about consumption and production, input and output, listenings and speaking. The more you are going to listen, the more you are going to speak. So this is the major activity. If you can do, you are going to see major impact on your communication. All right, if you think you have less time and you can't contribute for other activities like reading, thinking, and like even thinking also plays a vital role. So if you don't have time for reading, writing and studying, then you can separate some major activities and try to focus on these. So what are these? Listening, speaking and thinking. Another question is, why do I get nervous when I speak in English? There are multiple reasons, by the way, and let me mention one by one. So why do you get nervous when you speak with someone? So first reason can be, when you talk with someone and you see that these people are literally speaking well, they are damn proficient, eloquent, and the way they are speaking, that is wow, like they are fluent, your confidence drops down. and you feel hesitation, you feel nervous that I am not going to open my mouth because this person is gonna judge me. So judgment is something which is becoming barrier here, all right? And I know a lot of people, you have gone through this and you are going through this, and if this is reality, just let me know in the comment section, all right? Another reason, neurobiologically speaking, there is a part in your brain, and whenever you try to do something out of the box or something challenging, your brain will always give you a sign of threat that there is something which can harm you, and that brain, you know, that part is there inside. It doesn't know that if you are going to speak in English, then like there will be no harm. It still thinks that there will be something wrong if you are going to speak, because for this part you are going to do something challenging. So first and foremost thing is always reward yourself. Tell your mind that look, I am going to do something which is actually going to add value, and this one is wow, let me do it, and reward your brain for this. So this part of your brain, you can say amygdala, the name of that part is amygdala, which it will calm down. What is the third reason? Do you think only beginners are feeling nervous? Only they feel nervousness? No. Beginners, intermediate, lower intermediate, advanced, mastery, like each and everyone, we all feel nervous, okay? But we know how to handle it. So the third reason can be knowledge and unorganized thoughts. Sometimes when you don't have knowledge about a particular topic and you don't have organized thoughts in your mind, you feel stuck and you think that no, I'm not going to say something, I'm not going to open my mouth. What if I say something wrong and people will laugh at me? So always understand, people know, they know that you are in the learning process, right? And they appreciate. So just try to say whatever you know. It's okay, don't ramble, don't exaggerate, but little bit whatever you can contribute. Open your mouth, relax your amygdala while breathing deep, and just try to speak. Last question, and very common question, how to be consistent in this English journey? And a lot of people, they have not reached, they have been practicing for so long, and then they are complaining, I'm not able to get that fluency as per my expectation. Look, I am not an exception. Taking break can be an option, but giving up is not an option, and a lot of people do this. So when I say taking break, even taking break is an option, but you should not take a very long break, and this is the mistake which a lot of people are doing. I have been listening, I have been hearing from a lot of people, they are complaining about that we have been learning this language, it's been more than 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, but we have not gotten the result as per our expectation. How it could be possible on this earth that if you have been doing it consistently, okay, with a lot of effort and energy, that you will not get fluency? So what is the problem here? That you do practice, first thing, are you actually rolling the ball? Are you actually pushing the ball forward? This, always try to do the reality check here. Are you doing formality or you are actually pushing the ball forward? Because a lot of people are doing formality, and what they do, they just practice for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, then they take a break of 1 week, and then again they go for practice, and then they complain that I'm not able to get results as per my expectations. It doesn't work in this way. So if you really want to be consistent, as I've already mentioned one thing here, take break, but don't give up. Alright, and don't take really very long breaks until you have something damn serious problem in life. Sorry, I have to record this last clip here in the top of the terrace. So the last thing was, as we were talking about how to be consistent, right? So the last thing you can do is simply just try to schedule, okay, and try to check when, what, and where, how you are going to do these activities. The more detailed it will be, the more likely you will be able to take action on it. As I always say, your habit starts like a very weak thread, but the more you practice it, it becomes very strong chain, and then even you will not be able to break it. And that's what happens with me now. I'm not able to break my chain, right? And that's what you have to do. So how you're gonna be consistent? As I've already said, you don't have choice to give up, but you have choice to take breaks. Take breaks, but don't take very long breaks, because once you take long breaks, then it's really very difficult to start over again. Alright, so I'm gonna wrap up this video now. So if you think this video has added any value in your journey, so please give thumbs up, share your lovely comments, and don't forget to subscribe this channel. Alright, now with this thing, let's meet in the next video. Bye bye.